Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another thrill-packed episode of the soon-to-be world-famous The Yin and The Yang podcast, and it's powered by the More of the Same Network in association with Anti-USW Productions. I am the two-time USW heavyweight champion and lifelong martial artist. I am the man, yes, known as Anthony Chu, a.k.a. Chuzilla, the ultimate thriller, all muscle, no filler. And on today's show, we're going to take care of business. First things first, ladies and gentlemen, we'll talk about fitness, motivation. We definitely have a victim of Chewed Out this week, but with a twist. A fan mail. Fan mail's piling up, folks, and we'll give you an introduction and an update on the I Should Have Quit While My Monkey Was Still Funky tour. All that and a lot more. But to join me in this journey to educate and extrapolate the information and knowledge of this fine show, allow me to give a proper introduction to my broadcasting partner. So, ladies and gentlemen, you ready for this? All right, here we go. So, ladies and gentlemen, is the heart-throbbing, show-stopping, bottle-popping, podcast-dropping, never stammering or flopping, and barbecue chomping ruler, owner, and operator of the king of the podcasting world, the man of the More of the Same Network, Larry Harvey Weinstein didn't sexually harass me, thank God, Mormon.
Wow, we getting topical. Holy cow. I like it. I don't appreciate the theme song, but I like it. No, actually, I do appreciate
come on,
it.
Billy and Chuck is awesome.
It's very funny. What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another week.
It could have been worse. I could have played you in sync or the Backstreet Boys or something. But let's not do that.
This is true.
So how you doing, my friend?
I'm doing all right. Getting through some technical difficulties here, as was predominant on when I was recording for the Retro Gamers. And luckily, my computer is saved. It didn't crash like I thought it did. And we're going to see how long we can keep going with this podcast today.
Well, yeah, I mean, you got to take care of your interns better.
Yeah, I do. I think Wang came back and planted
maybe they'll
a
do
virus.
a better job.
So,
I'm telling you, the kid probably works for the North Korean government, and he's probably extrapolating information over there now, and he's disseminating all the info to that fearless, insane clown president of theirs over there.
Getting very very topical. I like it. Very topical.
Sorry.
I enjoy it.
That's
good.
Okay, all right. Let's simmer it down a little bit, like slow barbecue. And speaking of barbecue, oh my God, I have to tell you guys, on my cheat day, I had me some good barbecue. Woof! I'll tell you, there's a place near me that is, it's the dumbest name for a business. It's called Chicken Holiday, and they have this rib and fried chicken combo that comes with a couple of sides. Oh my God. It was just...
Sounds delicious.
It really, like, they give you 2 huge pieces of chicken, and they give you 3 ribs.
Really?
Right? Oh, yeah. And these are full St. Louis cut style ribs. And then they give you 2 sides, and they give you a dinner roll, which personally I think, they should get, for, I don't know, $11.50? That's not bad, and they're good. They don't fry their chicken, by the way, in a conventional deep fryer. They use a pressure cooker.
Okay, I've seen those.
And what I find is that the meat is still juicy, but you take the skin out, and you're really just eating essentially the protein. I don't eat skin, folks, so that's just really, it's not good for you. Let's just put it that way,
I figured it's not good for you because it's the tastiest part of the bird.
Well, my semi-charmed kind of life, trying to drop weight and, going further than where I am right now. But hey, look, if you want to meet some goals, you got to make some sacrifices, right? But I promised myself that when I do hit that goal of 180, I'm going to have me some fried chicken with the skin. How's that?
I'll be there with
Sounds
you.
Fair. All right. You got it.
To eat the chicken, not necessarily at the goal weight.
Absolutely. Well, I'll take care of the goal weight. How's that?
Fair enough.
Now, I know you're fired up this week because, folks, prior to us getting on the air and doing this broadcast right now, my broadcasting partner is a little pissed this week, and he's going to – I have a little surprise. I have a little gift for you during this broadcast. How's that? All right?
Sounds
You'll see
good.
what it is.
Ooh, can't wait. I always like a good gift.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's a gift of love, man. You know?
I love you. But that doesn't mean that I like you.
That's possibly the greatest brother love line ever. That was good. That was good. That was what, WrestleMania 5 with Morton Downey Jr. and Roddy Piper, right?
I think so, yeah.
Wow. You know, it's a sad shame that when you look at a lot of the 80s wrestling, it as cool as that era was, a lot of people passed on, man. It's really sad and yet scary reality that these guys were just bashing up their bodies and not taking care of themselves. And, you know, I mean, the guys who are alive today from the 80s who were big stars back then are lucky to be alive right now, you know?
Yeah, you know, the partying hard, you know, taking the tolls on their body. I mean, they really weren't hard-hitting. I mean, they were hard-hitting, but not like there's a lot of the hard hits that you see today. But back then, for them, it was the drinking and the drugging.
Well, when I met Dutch Mantel one time, and Dirty Dutch once said to me that he says, you know what the problem with the wrestling business is today? He says that back in the day, right, they basically pretty much like all
right, well, there was a bit of a sudden interruption there. Oh, sudden interruption, get it? Because we had some audio difficulties, but I think we're back up and running here.
These goddamn interns, I swear to God, I'm telling you guys, if you fuck up again, I personally will go to the back and I'll beat the crap out of all three of you pricks. You understand me? Stop with the shenanigans.
I don't know where Wang's...
I'm telling you, Wang's back there. I guarantee you. We'll find him somewhere under the foyer. I will go back there and I'll beat the shit out of all three of you. Now get your shit together, all right? Whatever it is, I don't care. Whatever you have to do, do not interrupt the star, the man, me, and my co-host again. You understand? Hopefully everything will be fine now.
I hope so. Do something right and go get me some boneless spare rib, okay? All right.
Wait a minute, brother. Why has it got to be boneless spare ribs?
Because it's good.
What are you trying to say?
I love boneless spare rib.
I'm sure you like the meats.
What?
Arby's, we have the meats.
What?
You can cut that out if you want.
Oh, okay. Arby doesn't pay enough.
Anyway, so yeah, as I was mentioning, you know, with Dutch Mantel, I met him one time at an indie show in Boston back in 2009, and he says, you know, the irony of the professional wrestling business is now. He said, back in the day, in the 60s, 70s, 80s, we made contact, but we didn't make contact to injure somebody, and yet, you know, we pretty much worked together, you know, and nobody got hurt, nobody got injured, and they believed us. But yet that art somewhere along the line got lost. And then all of a sudden now, since people don't know what they're doing, they go into the ring and they hit as hard as possible, and the crowd doesn't believe them now.
It's that strong style nowadays.
Yeah, but I mean, that's a Japanese style. I mean, what I'm talking about is just the average
coming over.
Worker. Right, but the average worker now is like they lost that art. Like when you look at all the countless, let's say, Ricky Steamboat, Ric Flair matches, okay? They've wrestled each other so many times that they've lost count. And yet nobody got injured, nobody got hurt, and they made it believable. But now, you know, you get in the ring now, and now it's like, let's hit each other and stiff each other as hard as possible with shots, all right? And I understand that strong style is a style of wrestling, but the average, even the indie workers, let's hit each other as hard as possible, and nobody believes them. Everybody thinks it's a joke, and pro wrestling is not taken seriously anymore, you know? I mean, a case in point example is like when I graduated. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, brother. But when I was in Kowalski school, Gil Kowalski taught us a sophisticated way of making things believable. And there's kayfabe, meaning that there's a protective inside code of language and a way that you present a product to the audience where you don't injure the guy. And then 5-6 years later, I go to Mikey Whipwreck's school out in Deer Park, New York, when he was in NYWC. And now they're taught, let's hit each other as hard as possible. One day, like, we were doing drills with clotheslines. Most basic move in the world. You make contact with the guy, and the guy who's supposed to take the bump falls back. So I did what was taught to me in Kowalski school, and they reamed me for it. And Mikey said, oh, that's not the way you do things. What the hell are you doing? Why the hell are you doing it this way? You're supposed to go in there and basically hit the guy and make contact like you're punching him. You're missing the punch, and you hit him as hard as you can in the chest. And I said, you're kidding, right? And then a few moves later, guess what? Somebody gets I think it was collarbone got broken.
Wow. Ouch.
It proves my point right there. But What were you going to say, brother? I'm sorry.
I don't remember. So, yeah.
Okay. Do it. Oh, we are. That's right. We got to actually do a show. I completely forgot, man. Well, let me start off the show by saying I sincerely apologize to everybody if we digressed last week in episode number 5. There were some topics that I want to straighten out and talk about, and we clarified everything now, so we're in good standing. All your podcasts are now one big happy family. You happy now?
I am very much so. Yes, thank you.
Okay. Well, apparently Frank is good. I'm good. You're good. Rippo is good, even though he doesn't plug my show over there. But that's okay. That's fine. I'll plug the mothership or the flagship or the spaceship, whatever you want to call it. All right? So let me start off the show today by tackling the first thing that we should tackle right now that we missed last week. Is there was a question that was posed about fitness and eating right. So let me take you guys through a whole day of how I eat personally, okay? So when I started to drop weight, I modified this now. But when I first started, I was given a set of rules by my coach. So my coach, James, basically said to me, look, you are to eat and follow a certain amount of guidelines. So what I do in the morning is I eat my carbs in the morning, okay?
Okay.
So generally, I don't eat regular bread. I don't eat white bread. I don't eat even whole wheat. Whole wheat's kind of like a treat for me. I eat a certain type of bread called Ezekiel 4:9, like the Bible passage.
Okay.
Ezekiel 4:9 bread is actually sprouted grains. And what I do with it is I learned to modify it by toasting the bread, because you can't eat that stuff right out the pouch. Mm-hmm. It has to be toasted for it to taste somewhat decent. And I spread organic peanut butter. I try to eat as organic as I can. There's a lot of people who say, oh, well, you're just spending money on nothing. And that's not true. I try to eat organic. So I spread organic Trader Joe's peanut butter, and I'll put it on both sides. And the reason why I do it on both sides is I take now seeds. Get yourself some flax seeds, chia seeds, which are tasteless, but they're superfoods, and sesame seeds. These three combinations I spread on. I don't mean I pour it on. I spread it so that it covers the entire 2 slices of bread. Mm-hmm. And I have that in the morning, right? That's like protein. You got your carbs there. And I'll eat like 1 or 2 hard-boiled eggs, right? Egg whites. I don't eat yolk. Personally, I don't eat yolk. Think of it this way, okay? A lot of people have high cholesterol, and they're saying now, oh, yolks are good, but the cholesterol level is really high. Now, if you don't go out and work it out and burn it off, it's going to sit and it's going to compile. So I generally eat a protein and a carb. Now, I eat every 3 hours. So what I do is I have my one typical meal is I have 4 ounces of protein, a cup of vegetables, any vegetables, and a quarter cup. It's a very minute amount, but a quarter cup of any carb. and I'm not talking about white rice or brown rice. I normally eat like quinoa,
Hmm.
that type of thing, you know, maybe some beans, that type of thing. So, like for yesterday, I'll give you an example. I normally eat at 6 o'clock in the morning, is my first meal. Then at 9 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 3 o'clock, and then generally 6 to 7 o'clock. I don't eat beyond 7 o'clock. And then let's say the second meal I'll have is, for me, I kind of eat a snack. So I drink water all day. That really keeps you full and it flushes out your system. Water is essential. You can have your cup of coffee, you can have your cup of tea, but have a lot of water. I drink a gallon of water every day. So at 9 o'clock, I'll have like a handful of pistachios. A handful for me, I got big hands, so it's about like 30, 40 pieces, right? And I put them in stack. I don't count them like that. But so handful of pistachios and some water. When 12 o'clock rolls around, and I've been very lucky that, I've been getting a schedule at my 9 to 5 where I can eat at 12, generally about 12, 12:15. I normally eat, again, chicken breast, let's say, or some type of protein. Even if you eat hamburger is not that bad for you. A hamburger patty is like about 3.5 ounces, right?
Hmm.
But again, you gotta burn this off. You gotta work out. So I'll eat like, let's say, 4 ounces of protein, and then I'll have like a handful of salad as a cup, and I'll eat again like quinoa or something. Now, here's the trick. You guys out there, you eat fruits. Do not eat fruits after noon, after 12 noon. Why? Because fruits are sugar. No matter how you cut it, it is sugar. It's natural, yes. Some people have disputed this. Personally, you want to burn that off. You know what I mean? You don't want to eat fruits at night, sugar in the evening, because it'll sit on you. I'm very blessed that I have a job, or I have a 9 to 5 where I don't sit at a desk.
Hmm.
So I get to walk around. I get to take steps. I go on stairs. I burn it off, and I'm constantly on the move. Now, for you guys who are in an office, I'd suggest you to stand if you can every half an hour. Give yourself some circulation in your legs. Try to walk around a little bit if you can. Just don't be seen by the higher ups. And then at around 3 o'clock, I don't eat carbs anymore. If I do, I eat very, very little. But I still stick with the 4 ounces of protein, a cup of vegetables. Now, at night, 6 or 7 o'clock, this is very important for you guys who want to lose weight. No carbs at all. Okay? None whatsoever. Because if you eat that at night, what I've found is that it sits on you if you don't work out. And I mean, if you go to the gym, yeah, then have your quarter cup of whatever, right? But if you don't go to the gym at night, some people don't do it. Because, again, it'll sit on you, it'll turn to sugar, and it'll pretty much make you gain the weight. So try your best at about 4 or 5 o'clock, no more carbs, okay? And I try to round about my water at around 7 or 8 o'clock, okay? Now, when I eat protein, I eat vegetables. I try to have vegetables with every meal. Now, I'm taking it to an extreme because I want to drop weight. So, and I'm trying to naturally drop the weight. So, like, let's say 1.5 to 2 pounds a week, okay, is normal, is the most that you should ever do. If you drop any more than that, that's very abnormal, and that will hurt your system. So you want to make sure that it's gradual. It's something that is very important, to keep in mind, because it's a lot about timing. It's about what you intake. Your intake is actually 80% of the fight to drop weight, to lose weight.
I hear that.
Your working out and going to the gym is only about 20%. At least this is what was told to me, and it's very true. I mean, you don't go work out hard and then go run to the ice cream truck.
You want to, but
you want to. Wanting and doing are two different things, very much so.
Yep.
Let me also say this. Two other things that you should keep in mind. Number one is that if you guys get hungry at night, this is what I generally do. I'll take a nice cold glass of water, okay? The reason why I don't take room temperature water is because you'll feel kind of normal. You want to shock your system a little bit. I normally take very cold water, put it into a nice glass. I would say about like 12 ounces, 14 ounces of water, right? Regular cup of water. And I'll take a tablespoon and I'll scoop out peanut butter, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'll sit down, watch TV, and I'll just pretty much take it easy, take it slow, and I'll eat it slowly while I'm drinking the water.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Now, what this does is that it tricks your body or your mind to think that you're going to get full. Now, if you eat peanut butter on its own, it's not saying you can't chew it, but it takes
Thick.
a while. It's thick, exactly. So you have that full feeling.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, the other thing to keep in mind is that keep in mind of the acronym HALT, HALT, HALT. Okay. Now, why am I saying this? Because there are 4 times in your life where you are the most weakest and you have virtually the least self-discipline. Okay. And this is a test of your will. The H in HALT stands for hungry. The A in HALT stands for angry. All right. The L stands for lonely. And the T stands for tired. So when you are hungry and or angry and or lonely and or tired, whether it be one or all 4, this is your weakest point. Okay?
I believe
you
that.
make bad decisions when you have those 4 in you. When you're hungry, angry, lonely, and tired. And generally, the reason why we tend to eat late at night is because we'll feel at least 2 out of the 4, minimum.
Mm-hmm.
So this is where you got to really ask yourself, do I want to meet my goal or do I just want to satisfy myself for the time being? I had a friend of mine who, my friend Kyle, he basically said to me, I looked at him the other day, and I kid you not, he dropped 40 pounds or more in a month.
Wow.
Month and a half.
Holy
and
cow.
He's a big boy. He was a big boy. And I look at him now and I just said, whoa. I seen him for the first time. I said, man, I said, you look so different. You look great, brother. You know, your stomach has gone way the hell down. And I said, what'd you do? He goes, man, he said, I ate right. And he said to me in front of a lot of the guys, he said, thank you for inspiring me. Now, I personally, my response is always, ha ha ha, man, thank you so much. But, who am I? I'm being humble about it, but I really find that comments or compliments have a way of distracting you sometimes because, I don't feel like I've gotten to my goal yet. I haven't gotten to my goal yet. And until I get to 180, when I get there, then I get compliments. Then I'll feel a little bit better about myself. But I haven't achieved what I want to achieve yet. So I'm still working at it. And nobody's perfect, guys. We all make mistakes. We all make decisions. But keep in mind of something. Every decision you make affects you in the long run. I'm a long-term thinker. So I used to be a short-term thinker. So I used to think, hey, let me just enjoy it now. Let me satisfy myself now. And the hell with the consequences, I'll deal with it later. Essentially, you want to do this for the long run, instead of thinking about what you can do for yourself now. Mm-hmm. So that's my best advice. I'm taking it to an extreme where at this point, I'm eating based on survival and not for taste. So I hit a plateau. And I'm actually getting out of the plateau now. So I steam everything.
Okay.
I eat salads. I don't eat for taste. I don't use condiments. I don't. And by the way, guys, your evil trinity of 3, carbs, salt, and sugar. When you go food shopping, I basically also meal prep for the entire week. So I make everything in bulk. So when I get like organic chicken tenders, right, chicken tender size, I'll steam it. When I lift it, I have a food scale that weighs 4 ounces to the T so that I don't overeat. And I say to myself, this is it. I'm not going to eat any more than this. It's done. Simple as that. You know? So, again, a lot of it is discipline. The last piece of advice I can give you guys about this, and if you guys have any questions, email us and we'll hand out the email later, is try your best to be surrounded by people who are encouraging, not throwing food in your face. And it's like at lunchtime, I'll give an example. Now Larry, with all due respect, I'm going to push the envelope a little bit. I normally don't talk about my 9 to 5.
Okay.
A lot of my cohorts, when I see these guys sitting down and they're eating, here I am with 4 ounces of chicken breast and I have a handful of salad. And what are they eating around me? They're eating chicken tenders and fries. They're eating pizza. They're eating burgers. They're eating chicken sandwiches. And I look at all this, and people are also making homemade stuff. So they're eating a boatload of rice. They're eating, beef. They're eating steak. They're eating all these things that I can't have. And I look around, and I got to be honest with you. I get up, and I walk out, and I eat my food in the locker room, where I don't have to be surrounded by any of this. That's how I do it, because I cannot. Because when I look around, I'll start feeling bad about myself. Like, damn, man, I wish I could have what they're having.
And you can't be doing that. You can't start doing that. That will end everything.
Right. Like if you drive, like when I drive home, from my 9 to 5, I pretty much have to pass restaurants that I want to go into so bad. You can't tell me that when you pass by a Buffalo Wild Wings, you don't want to say shit. Let me go in there and eat like 15 wings.
And that's my biggest problem. My biggest fight is the the self-control. I mean, I pass by a McDonald's, I pass by a Burger King, Taco Bell, pizza places. I pass by Smash Burger. I just discovered halal recently. All this food, and I am lazy. Laziness. You say halt. It should be halt. HALLT. Throw laziness in there.
It's something. Yeah, no, I agree. It's not easy, brother. The fight is real.
That's why, I'm gonna break the fourth wall here for a moment. You
go ahead.
You said to me, "Oh, you shaved. You look different." Because normally I have a beard, and for some reason I waited for the winter months, or at least the weather to get colder, for me to start shaving. And one of the reasons why I shave this time is because I look, to me, and I can only go by me, because I don't really listen to anyone else, but I look chubbier when I shave. I look fatter when I shave. And I really hope that motivates me to not eat all this food, all this junk, all this nonsense, and hopefully I can start losing weight so that way I can shave just so it looks good, not necessarily to try and embarrass myself into losing weight, which is what I'm trying to do.
Yeah, no, hey man, the fight is real, the struggle is real. It's not easy in any terms, and no matter how you slice it, it sucks, man. But then when you get to that goal and you get what you want, and hey guys, look, no matter how hard it is, anything you want in life, you got to work hard for it. All right. I mean, and I'm not trying to sound self-promoting in any manner, but I really want to help you guys. And if in any way, if I can answer any questions, if you want me to talk about any particular topics, let me know. Like my broadcasting partner here is going through the same fight that I was going through. And I'm still going through it now. I mean, one of my, we can sit here and name you 1,000 restaurants that we would love to go eat at, right? But how oftentimes can you go name 5 restaurants that you can go eat healthy, that you want to go and eat healthy at.
Well,
very tough, right?
Hopefully Ruth Chris will be able to get some healthy stuff there.
Ruth Chris? What's that?
The steakhouse? Chiller?
Oh, yeah. Well, look, man, I've seen their menu, actually. I went to go take a look at their menu. When I was waiting for you, I was looking at their menu, and they do have some good stuff. If, let's say, for example, you eat a lean cut of steak, right? Have some steamed broccoli.
Yeah.
You know, especially if we're having dinner. I'm going to tell you this now. When we go to Chiller Theater and we start the I Should Have Quit While My Monkey Was Still Funky tour, and the 2 greatest stars of the podcasting world, well, 2 of the greatest stars in the podcasting world, we can't forget our brothers on the network, and we go sit down in that restaurant, look, I'm going to have me a salad, okay? I generally don't eat salad with dressing. I'll eat it, and if I do, I eat it with very little dressing. I'll go have me a steak, a nice lean cut, and medium well is how I like it, right? And I'll go have me some steamed broccoli or something like that if it's a side. But that's what I'm going to have, and lemon water. Oh, and by the way, guys, yes, if you don't like the water you drink, make spa water. It's going to sound stupid, but cut up some slices of orange, cut up like half a grape, right? Cut up some lemons, and let it sink into the water and mix it. And it'll give you a little bit of flavor, a little bit of taste. Because you're not eating the pulp and you're not eating the fruit, you're not really intaking that much sugar. It's just to give your water a little bit of taste. So when you go, let's say if you guys have ever gotten a massage before, any good massage place will basically have spa water for you because it's very good for your system. It flushes it out. So that's always good, you know? That's definitely a piece of advice. Look, man, I said to you, help. I would help you out, bro. If you ever needed to, any advice or you have like low willpower. I mean, look, I get advice from my coach all the time. It's not easy for me either, but when you're out there and you're basically, in the presence of people, when you work out and you take care of yourself, you have this confidence in you. And it's just amazing, bro. It's an amazing feeling. And, and I'm going to tell you this, guys, I'm not saying this to sound like I'm kidding Larry here, but brother, you do look very different. And I mean, in a good different, you actually look good, man. And you know what? Take steps, guys. It's not, you don't change in leaps. You change in steps, little success, and that's what you're doing. And I'm proud of you, man. I'm proud of you for the fact that you're taking the initiative to want to change, to try to change. And you'll do it. If you want it that bad, something at some point will click in you to say, yo, I'm enough of this. I'm going to do it. I'm going to basically, I know nothing's going to stop me. And as long as you keep your eyes on the prize, you're going to do great, bro. Guys, he looks great. I'm telling you, you're making
it's not the
some
guys
great
I'm worried
strides
about.
Ladies, if you're single out there, hit me up and hit us up. And, we'll got to get Larry a beautiful, intelligent, sophisticated, classy girl who's into comic books, wrestling, and all this other good stuff.
Well, I know one. She's not necessarily into wrestling, but we'll see. We'll see what kind of shape I can get into. Hopefully the bowling pin shape will start to lose its luster, and things hopefully will turn around on my end. I guess both emotionally and health wise. So let's face it, if I keep going the road I'm going, we're not going to last too long on this show together.
well, just remember something. This is not a sprint. This entire process is either you want to look at it as a marathon, it's a jog, or it's a nice, good strided walk that's permanent, and it's a lifestyle. This is not don't look at it as a temporary quick fix or a crash or anything that's just going to give you temporary results and then you're going to go back into it. It's a lifestyle, man. Like we've known each other practically more than half of our lives.
Pretty much, yeah.
I want to see you around and I want to see me around for the next 40, 50 years. I plan on becoming one of these old bastards who's going to be like 90 something in there in the gym and still working out. And I want these young kids to look at me and go, "Oh shit, he is like serious," So hell yeah, I definitely want to be like that. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
But
all right, guys, we'll get there.
Yeah, we will certainly get there. Trust me, we will certainly get there. All right. So, guys, if you have any questions, if you have any comments, if there's anything you want us to do, anything you want us to plug, anything you want us to promote, we'll be more than glad to do that. Just give us an email at yinandyangpodcast at gmail.com. So it's yinandyangpodcast, yinandyangpodcast at gmail.com. So, all right, man. Well, so brother, now that we've gotten that part, one more to go. We got some fan mail. I want to answer some questions here. So,
all right, looking forward to this.
Yep. Yeah, we got some fan mail here, and I picked a few of these. The emails are piling up, man, and we actually got one legitimate question that I think you can answer this one, Larry, for sure.
Okay.
Because I think this is pretty funny. So I'm going to select a few questions, and I want to see what your reaction to this is. If you had a whole day to cheat, and by the way, this is coming from Todd, who's actually writing to us from New Jersey. He doesn't say where he is, but sent me an email and basically says, when you have a cheat day, what is the one meal that you can eat and not feel absolutely guilty if it didn't affect your health in any manner? You want to take this first, buddy?
I mean, I guess that would be my favorite food, chicken parm.
Really?
I love
That's
chicken
what
parm.
you would go with?
I guess, yeah, really. I'm not one for exoticness, even though I discovered halal food, which is just amazing, and I still don't know what it is.
Halal food is pretty much it's something that Muslim people eat. It's the way that they I think they bless the
like their
meat, or the way that
their version of kosher.
Which is cool. Which is absolutely cool. Halal food rocks, man.
Yeah, man.
All right. For me, I got to go a little bit of the opposite direction. I want a full rack of ribs.
Okay.
All right. Mac and cheese or potato salad, coleslaw, and a nice, large, tall glass of ginger ale. I'm not going to lie to you. If I really had to fat ass it up, that's exactly what I would have. So that's a pretty good question. Thank you, Todd. I appreciate that, man. Let's see. Oh, this is a question actually for you. It's actually anonymous. Anonymous from Connecticut. Will there ever be a family-friendly version of this show without profanity?
I can
Go ahead, boss. You want to take this one? Go ahead.
I mean, look, it's not my show. I mean, I can edit it out if you want. I can always add some bleeps in there, but it's probably going to be just one long beep.
Especially with the way I talk, right?
Honestly. Holy cow.
Oh, man. Well, we'll work on it, whomever you are. We appreciate the comment and the questions. You know, this is pretty awesome, man. Let's see here. How do I... this is a good one from Jamie. I don't know if you're a boy or girl, but he or she asks, and from New York, how do I cut off negative people in my life?
Oh, wow.
Oof.
Tweet them.
We can actually end this podcast right now, and I'll be free.
How dare you?
Larry's a guy, man. How do you cut negative people off? Okay, so this is what there are two things. Let me just say to you now. Okay, the first thing that you should know is that if you want to cut off negative people in your life, I would suggest that you hang around with people who can only make you better. Okay, I'm very lucky. I'm very blessed in my life that I hung around or hang around with people who make me better, whether it be in the gym, in my personal life, even in my professional life. You know, I hang around with people who are better than me. That way it makes me better. I don't hang around with people who are, and I do hang around with people who are, you know, doing their struggles. Everybody has a battle that nobody knows about, you know, but I really try to, like in the gym, for example, or in martial arts, I try my best to associate myself with people who I know are better than me. I know my coach is better than me. I know my workout partner is better than me. And I want to hang around with them because I want to know what is their secret. There has to be something that separates them from the pack. And I want to know what that is. And I want to find my own way. You know what I mean? As far as how to, the second thing that you should know of how to cut negative people in your life. I had a former friend of mine that I've known for over 20 something years. And no, it's not his name is not Larry. All right. Had a friend who introduced me to a couple of people, and these are guys who pretty much have no life, and they're very miserable people. And you ever meet these people in your life where you have to really, really filter and watch what you have to say in front of them because any little thing can set them off like they're loose cannons or whatever, but they'll always find fault in other people, and the problem is never them. Well, this is the kind of person, or these are the kind of people that I used to hang out with. And what did it for me, what ended that friendship was one day we went and we were going out and we had a great time. And there was something that was really petty that was said, that he said to me, and I gave him a response. You know, I told him, I said, I got a lot of things to do the next day. I wanted to take a cab home. And he just kept grilling me. I kept asking me the question of, hey, how come, you know, why are you tired? What's your problem? This and that. And then started making comments. And I just said, listen, leave me alone. You know, and this set him off to actually threaten my life. Now,
really?
if you threatened to hurt or do harm to people that you consider are your friends, you've got a big problem. You have a really, really serious mental or psychological problem. If you can pretty much go against the people who care about you, who you consider your friends. And then I thought to myself, and I just said, why am I hanging around with these people? They're not going anywhere in life. They're in this guy's basement playing video games, doing nothing productive, can't hold a job, doesn't have a girlfriend, doesn't do anything outside of his apartment except for go to, work, and can barely hold a job. And they go nowhere. And I'm just like, this is what my life is mounted to? I said, the hell with it. I can't be, and then on top of that, the cream of the crop, the icing on the cake is you threaten my life? No. It's got to be done, man. You can't hang around with people like that. So, you pretty much slowly fade yourself out, and kind of like be off the grid with them. And then if they ask you, hey, why, haven't we heard from you? Be like, look, man, work or whatever is just getting in my way and all that other stuff. And you just, get out of that. It's better off that you do get out of that.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's
the last
good stuff there, my friend.
There you go. Absolutely. So, you got to really keep it positive and really be around people who will make you better and hang around with those people, Not to say that you're better or you're trying to be different, but, every day be a better version of yourself today than you were yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
The last one is actually from our good friend Jeff. He said, hey, man, this is what he says. Hey, man, hey, guys, I love your show. And I heard episode number 5, and I absolutely loved the one segment where you guys actually did the glow intro. It brought me back great memories from my childhood in the 80s. So I was wondering if you could actually do it again.
What?
Yes. We have gotten, and you know what? With that said,
Uh-oh.
Jeff, I hope you're listening, buddy, because this is for you.
Oh, no.
Yes. Are you going to actually do it with me this time, Larry?
I need the words.
Oh, come on, man. See, it's funny because this song it gets better and better. It's really catchy.
It's a good intro.
Yup.
Here we go.
Here we go. We're the gorgeous ladies of wrestling. All champions in the ring. We come from the street. We come from the city. We come from a world where there is no pity.
I don't know the words.
Slam, bam, with a wrestling chant. Come on, ladies, give us a hand.
You got the words in front of you.
It's a big bad battle in the ring. We're going to have fun and do our own thing. There you go, Jeff. I hope you were listening to that one, brother. And hey, if there's any other introductions, songs, thanks, Jeff. If there's any other introductions that you guys want us to do, hell, we'll even do Underdog for you next week if you want. All right, that's up to you. Love Underdog. Wow. Even I don't know the words to that. So
I don't know all the words. I don't know all the words.
It's a long freaking introduction.
By the way, this segment is one they do on Hollywood Babylon.
Really? Oh boy. Well, that folks right there has no reference to that show whatsoever.
But they do it in different voices. So,
Gian Bessone, if you're listening to this, aka Hollywood and or Vine, I love you both, and I will marry both of you if you want. We'll just move to Utah. All right. I love Hollywood. Oh my God. I think that was the first time my hormones actually started really kicking in.
Really?
Yes. That was one fine woman. And she's still fine. Oh. Anyhow. All right. So guys, I believe that we've depleted all the resources. So with that said, I just want to remind you guys that we want to give you some updates on the I Should Have Quit While My Monkey Was Still Funky tour. So the first thing that you should know is that on October 29th, the great Larry Mormon and myself, the two-time reigning champ of the USW, we're both going to be at Chiller Theater, which is in Parsippany, New Jersey on Sunday, October 29th. We'll be walking around. Just look for a human panda-looking Asian guy and a guy who looks like... I don't know.
Actually, I'm probably going to have recording equipment. I'm probably going to bring my my microphones with me. We'll do a live broadcast from Chiller Theater.
There you go. We're going to do a live broadcast. Just look for an Asian guy and a white guy, walking around with
and
broadcasting equipment.
As white as could be and as Asian as could be.
Exactly. So, if you guys want to just come up to us, talk to us, hang out with us. We're going to go get some autographs. And then at the same time, if you want to be on the show, or if you want to plug or shout out, let us know. Because, we do this show for you guys, man. And that's all the reason why we do it. And so we'll definitely be at Chiller Theater in Parsippany, New Jersey. And then the next date, guys, I do have to announce, I do apologize. I'm not going to be in Denver, Colorado, in Loveland, Colorado. I still love you, Megan Martin. I will still marry you any day of the week. If you actually write to us at Yin and Yang Podcast at gmail.com and said that you wanted me to marry you right now, I'll have a ring for you in 10 minutes or less. All right, I deliver better than Domino's does. Trust me.
Ooh, Domino's.
So, actually, oh no, I just gave him ideas. So, I'm sorry, guys, about the Colorado cancellation. I have some prior engagements that I do have to take care of in the East Coast. I will be at Walker Stalker Con December 9th and 10th. For those of you who are Sons of Anarchy fans, Walking Dead fans, and just horror and science fiction action, they're going to host that in Edison, New Jersey at the Raritan Center or something like that. I'll find out more details about that. But I'll be there December 9th and 10th. Larry, I'm also going to be in Pittsburgh, guys, for a Steelers game. I just don't know which one, but I'll give you updates on that. Larry?
December 8th through 10th, I will be at Ace Comic-Con at NYCB Live, home of the Nassau Veterans Memorial Coliseum, where Friday night I will finally be getting an autograph and a photo op with The Undertaker.
Ooh.
So that's going to be cool. And then I'll be there Saturday and Sunday. And then throughout the season, I'll be at half of the Islander home games because of my half-season tickets.
Nice.
Actually, I'll be.
Hey, man,
next game's going to be from when this drops. I'll be there Monday. The Monday after this drops, I'll be there for Islanders and Las Vegas.
There you have it. It's going to be awesome, man.
Oh, one more thing.
What do you have this? Yes,
October 30th, I will find out whether or not I may be in New Orleans, Louisiana, Sunday night, April 8th, 2018. For the 34th WrestleMania. Travel package goes on sale October 30th.
Ooh, we may have to go do that. It should be awesome, man.
Yeah, man.
Definitely. Other than that, guys, if you have, again, any questions, any comments, we are working on a Facebook page. If you want to check me out at Instagram, it is WildmanFan, WildManFan. Please email us at yinandyangpodcast@gmail.com. By the way, what do you have going on for the More of the Same Network this week on the shows?
We got, this week, we got, besides the Yin and the Yang, we got the Retro Gamers that drops every Tuesday. We're talking on that one about... all these classic consoles coming out. Is enough? Is there too much? Is it saturated? The forecast out there. This week is an off week for the better half. That will be back next week. It's every other Wednesday, and of course the Yin and the Yang drops every Thursday. And you can check us out on. We are working on a Yin and Yang podcast Facebook page, but for now, check out the Retro Gamers Podcast Facebook page at facebook.com/retrogamerspodcast. Check out the Better Half Podcast Facebook page at, I think, Better Half Podcast, if I remember. Just search for the Better Half. It's a blue logo. And on Instagram at _retrogamers. And the Better Half has a Instagram too, but Frank, I don't think he told me what the name was, and I don't know it yet. And, of course, you can find me everywhere on all social media at More365, MOHR365.
Oh, and by the way, I have an announcement to make. I think that I got sexually harassed by Harvey Weinstein.
There you go. Hashtag
okay,
me too.
Well, anyway. Yeah, exactly.
By the way, on a side note, this hashtag Me Too thing, which again, terrible for those who have been sexually assaulted, sexually abused, everything like that. Terrible thing. But let's all remember, back in the 90s, the hashtag used to be called a pound sign. So phrasing for those of you who grew up in the 90s when you're hashtagging Me Too, because it can come off as pound Me Too.
Oh, boy.
Phrasing.
Ugh. Oh, boy. Well, okay, forget I just said that. So. Oh, okay. Just remember, folks, you steal from one, it's plagiarism. If you steal from many, it's research. But anyway, guys, so I'm glad that I hope you guys enjoyed the show. I want to thank every single person who downloaded the show, whether it be on Spreaker, listened to it on YouTube, or downloaded it on YouTube.
We're on Amazon Echo. We're on Alexa.
Oh yeah.
Download the Spreaker skill. And if you do a search for the Yin and the Yang, you'll be able to listen to our podcast through Amazon Alexa.
Yep. I just want to say thank you on behalf of my co-host here.
And one more thing. If you're listening to us through Amazon Alexa, Alexa, shut off. Okay,
interesting.
You can continue.
Oh, I don't even know what that's reference to. That has nothing to do with me, guys. So I just want to say thank you so much to our loyal supporters for listening to the show, downloading the show. It's not my show, it's not Larry's show, it's our show. I want to say also a big shout out to my podcasting brothers, President Rippo, as well as Frank Messina. You guys are doing great. And, obviously, we are one huge network and we support each other. We love each other. Love yourselves, guys. Take care of yourselves. Eat well. Work out. Enjoy. Take care of your body, for your body is your temple. Stay balanced. Stay zen. And we will catch you in exactly 7 days live at Chiller Theater. So until then, thank you, guys. Peace. You're the best. All right.